Hi, Virgo. This is going to be your reading for mid-May 2018. And yeah, I can see right off the bat. And I pre-shuffle, I meditate on your sign. I wait for messages to come in. And then I let the cards fall one by one. Sometimes that takes a while. So that's why I don't shuffle on camera. It just saves a lot of time. And I don't want to put out really long videos. But anyway, it's pretty clear. This is an easy reading, Virgo. There seems to be an issue of trust. And quite honestly, it's trust in the universe. It's trust that your plans that you're waiting for isn't going to happen. You know, I waited till mid-May to do these readings, and I've said this in every video, but until mid-May, because I wanted Uranus to find its new home in the second house of Taurus. So we've moved from the first house of self, and that's where it's been for the last 7 to 8 years. So I think that the majority of Virgos haven't really, I don't know if they haven't addressed those issues. I feel more like the majority of Virgos remain more, they're more focused on other issues like making money, security, helping and serving others as usual, work. And so I think there's going to be a continuation of those energies, you know, that focus on self into this new cycle. As Uranus is now in the second house. So anyway, okay, Virgos, obviously in the recent past, there's worry here. There's, I'm feeling that though some of the other signs had a little more stability on the home front, maybe more financial security, and just a general feeling of contentment and well-being, that a lot of Virgos have been waiting, kind of gone through more of a cycle of wishing and waiting than a cycle of contentment. And the reason I say that is because the energy crowning this reading is the Five of Wands. So I almost get I get the energy of kind of being at war with what Virgo wants, like wants created creatively, and what they've been doing. This certainly be in the job. Maybe the majority of the Virgos have been, just working. We have a lot of Virgos in the caregiving industry, and it's a good role for Virgo. They love to help and help others. But I really feel like there's been this, like this longing for a more creative expression. And that probably is the side of Virgo that I like to think of Virgo as the sign that has one foot on the earth and one foot, or let's say one foot on the earth and their head in the clouds. So, there's always going to be that creative pull for Virgo that competes with their that inherent need they have to help others. So I'm seeing that. I see Virgo as the central energy of this reading is one of waiting and wanting change. That with the crowning energy of this five. This five is Five of Wands is a representation of freedom. And in this case, desiring freedom, wanting more freedom, especially creative freedom. So when I see the Three of Wands as the central energy, and that's being worked with by the Queen of Wands, there's a lot of creativity, like a really passionate idea, some creative plans, but there's this sense of waiting for it. This hasn't materialized yet, and these energies are saying that it's just that it's just not the right time yet, because Virgo is being told in their strength position not to lose hope. Keep focused, keep visualizing what you want, the life you want. Everyone is on a path to happiness, and everyone deserves it. Everyone should be happy, and it's just so important to remember that, to believe it, and to visualize it. And I feel like with the Magician as the focus, what should Virgo focus on? This is it. The Magician makes things appear out of thin air. The Magician makes things happen. The Magician uses his skills to make things happen. So these are all things that I feel like this energy is telling Virgo, is that, don't give up. Not only don't give up, but be optimistic. It's really important right now to remember that. So for the near future, Virgo has the Page of Swords. And again, this is a card that reminds us to stay youthful minded, that youthful enthusiasm and optimism. It's an outlook. It's a mental state of being. And Virgo's being encouraged to maintain that state of being, that hopefulness, and that kind of expectation. And it's okay. There's already this feeling of expectation, but just don't attach any negativity to it. There's a pensiveness to this card. The Queen of Pentacles symbolizes a person who is very financially secure. And the energy of this reading is that many Virgos do not have this feeling and are basically trying to build that lives for themselves, and they're waiting. But anyway, don't just wait. Expect it to happen. The advice position is the Eight of Swords. Eights are about balance, but eights are also about, in this case, the Eight of Swords is about mastery over mental confusion and worry. So it's a card of trust. So Virgo is being encouraged to trust the process, to trust that what they want is coming. The timing, we don't know, because it could, like I said, to spring out of thin air like the Magician does. It could take a little time, but it's important to stay positive. And for things you can do, Virgo has the Six of Wands. So again, stay focused on the victory. Stay optimistic, believe in yourself, and just stay positive. For hopes and fears, there is the Moon card. So in this case, this is definitely, to me, representing in worry. Like worry that you don't know how things are going to turn out. Things are hidden, but this card shows that there is a divine plan. Again, this is a card of trust. This is a card of intuition, of course. And deep down inside, we all have just that inner knowing that we're watched over and protected. And it doesn't mean we don't, face challenges and go through hard times. But, remember, those are lessons to help us grow. So, if things like that do happen, later in life, we tend to see the gift in the challenges. But either way, that's not what I'm getting from the energy of this card. I'm definitely getting the feeling of doubt, like just a doubt that things are going to go well. And all the other energy is encouraging Virgos to stay optimistic, stay positive. Now for the outcome, 2 cards came out. And these cards are quite literally saying, trust in the divine. The divine, the universe is at work. change is coming because we've got this 3 and we've also got 3 for the central energy of the reading. So change is coming. Change always comes. It's just a matter of timing and staying optimistic and trusting that things are coming, because they really are. This is a new cycle for Virgo. It has to do with values. So oftentimes we don't get what we want because we haven't really thought about why we want it or if it really would be in our best interest. And we won't get it if it's not, because the universe always knows. Source knows what is best for us. And a lot of times, like I said, later in life, we learn that a no was really a blessing in disguise. I'm just going to clarify this Page of Swords. Yeah. And I'm not going to take cards that I drop. There we go. Okay, so again, this is the end of a cycle. Stay focused on the fact that, don't worry. Don't worry, because whenever you have a 1 following a 9, and I'm sorry, this is a page, but still it's a single sword. So this is the start of something new. This is the encouragement to not have this mindset, this defeatist, worn out, tired mindset, but to stay quite literally optimistic, enthusiastic, and positive. Have trust. Have trust, because things are changing. I'm going to do a clarification reading for Virgo, so an extended reading. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. But that's basically the message of this reading is stay positive, Virgo. Don't give up hope, and keep those positive, visualize what you want, why you want it. What is this freedom? What does this symbolize for you? What is this that you want? But whatever it is, visualize it, and you will manifest it in your life. All right, I am going to do that extended reading, and I will be back in a couple of weeks if you want to check back and see where the energies are there. Until then, I will see you later, Virgo.